But like I did watch like Sailor Moon and Pokemon like growing up all the time.
It's crazy because when I think of like my first anime, I want to say it's Dragon Ball, right? Because like I seen it on like Tsunami and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if I really think about it, I have an older sister and like
Mm-hmm.
I grew up around just girls.
Yeah.
And I think Sailor Moon was probably the
Sailor
first
Moon.
like anime that I actually remember watching. And
Yeah.
oh wow! Like I mean, I like the visuals and graphics and all that. Like
Yeah.
it looks really dope, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say Dragon Ball Z anyway.
Dragon Ball Z. What about you? Do you watch anime?
I'm not gonna say I'm like an anime average consumer.
Mm-hmm.
Like every now and then I'll be recommended animes and I'll check it out, but I'm not the kind of personality where every day I'm constantly like, oh, what's the new trending anime, or I want to go to Anime Con or whatever it is, like whatever it is.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm not that personality, but
yeah.
If it's a good story, I'll definitely check it out. Like there's recent ones I've recently watched. One is The Invisible on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
Although it's not necessarily, I would say like an anime, but it's because it is in the United States. They consider it a cartoon.
Okay.
But I believe it has all the
it's animation.
Animation.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The first anime I like to say I really considered anime was Death Note.
Oh, Death Note's a great one.
But I like to think Samurai Jack was an anime when I was younger.
Samurai Jack.
But you know, like when I was a kid, until someone told me, "Oh yeah, it's anime." Like, I've always thought it was just a cartoon because I consumed it like in the United States.
Tsunami, right?
I saw it on Cartoon Network. So that's when I mean, that's why I always thought
that's
it was like a cartoon.
That's where I got my anime too. Was Cartoon Network.
But but I think when I was a kid too, that was like around the time Cartoon Network was starting to distribute more animated stuff. Like I remember they were starting to debut Dragon Ball Z episodes, new Dragon Ball Z episodes, Naruto. Samurai. That was like Samurai Jack for me was like my introduction, I guess, when I was a child, like to anime.
I know Yu-Gi-Oh really got me hooked with anime too.
Yu-Gi-Oh, that was like for sure.
Nice. When I was a kid, like I was obsessed with Pokemon, like obsessed. Like I'd play all the video games and shit. But yeah, that was like the first like anime I was really into, I guess.
What was your favorite Pokemon game?
Oh, easy. It's got to be Gen 4 Platinum.
Gen 4 Platinum? I just finished that shit. Tell me
why. It's so good.
It's the hardest Elite Four champion.
Oh, 100%.
Cynthia?
Statistically, Cynthia's the hardest champion. Yeah.
Oh my god. Tell me what. Okay, I thought I was like I thought I was like being hard on myself, but I came across Cynthia. This is like one of the hardest Elite Four champions.
She's hard, yeah.
So diverse. Like it don't matter your starter. Like your team's gotta be balanced. We're nerding out right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyways,
but
look, if you lose your first couple of times with Cynthia, it's all right. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause I remember I went to a forum. I was like, "How do you beat Cynthia?" And everyone's all like, "Oh, dude, like if you lost a couple of times, don't even trip. Like she's that good."
Yeah.
So like I wasn't so hard on myself, but I don't know.
I like just did a run through recently, but like I did research like on her team. I like looked it up and I was like, okay, what is her team? So, and then I like picked my counterbalances like against her team.
Garchomp is ridiculous.
Yeah, but I had a Garchomp as well. So I was like, no, we're not doing this.
That's funny.
Yeah, no.
I respect that. I'll say Gen 3 for me. Emerald,
but Sapphire. Yeah.
No,
Emerald.
Nice. Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
And I thought that Elite Four was pretty crazy because once Gen 4 came out, they were like, "Hey, you want to know what hard is? Cynthia."
Dude, yeah, Cynthia's rough. Like she has a Spiritomb, and that thing's like impossible to kill. It's like has no weaknesses, and you're like, fuck. Yeah, but.
Yeah, that's some crazy ass shit, Robert. I'm telling you that right now.
But like
play Pokemon Platinum, dude. The hardest Pokemon. That kind of game. Like, if you played Emerald, dude, I think you'll love Platinum.
Platinum's really good.
But did you guys get all 5 pieces of Exodia in your hand?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was really cool to talk about Pokemon like
that. Yeah.
Honestly, it's always a lot of like EDM conversations I have with my friends, and also I don't really be talking about like
love Pokemon.
Like, cause I played Platinum, and I'm like, damn, I remember that was like a good ass fucking game, and that was the hardest game.
It's really hard, yeah. Game. But it's good. Did you play the newest one, the Scarlet and Violet?
I haven't.
I played that one. The graphics and animation, trash. Storyline, really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, dang, because it's very different from like anything Pokemon's ever done.
Are you still invested like in the game to where like
I
you
beat the
still
game.
pick, oh, already beat it. Oh,
yeah, like my Pokemon are level 80 right now. But yeah, and there's like you could do like so much XP farming and stuff. So it's like definitely like there's a lot of cool shit you could do. It's like open world like for the first time. So like you don't have to like you can't go in this town. Like you can't go in that town. You know, yeah, like until you beat this gym, like it's like completely open world. So you can take on any gym you want at any time. And like there's like 2 other storylines with it, and it's like it's really cool. Like they do like one about like origin Pokemon, and then they do one about like
the origin, okay.
Yeah, and then they do like another one about like the gym leader, and then like another one about like the evil team.
Oh, because they always have like the antagonist part of the
exactly. So
it's not like Team Rocket. Like they don't even use Team Rocket no more.
Nah, it's like Team Star.
Team Star or something. Team Star.
I don't even know. They're like all over the place, bro. You know how it goes.
Their own like theme song and everything.
Yeah, they make a star with their hands.
You know they had Pokemon Go, where you had to like go to these places to catch Pokemon.
That was like all the rave.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind playing like an engaging app where like DJs had to pull up at a certain spot and like you had to like mix within the app and like gain like and like in the app like some Guitar Hero shit, like you're playing for like a you know how that the AR thing, like it's showing you a crowd and then you're like mixing within the app and then you gain and then you open up like certain like I wouldn't mind like an app like that, like if you're a DJ, like, you know, like even if you're not a DJ, like like because I've been seeing a lot of these apps use this technology AR, and we started seeing that with Pokemon Go, where you point your camera to something and you see the Pokemon like at that exact location using your camera, and I could just see that instead of Pokemon, it's a crowd, and then you're mixing within the app, and then it's like 5-10 minutes, and then
damn, you should make this.
I was just thinking about like Guitar Hero. I was thinking that concept but in Guitar Hero,
you're version.
You're playing like in your house. You're not really moving.
Yeah.
But now like a lot of the things that you could do on mobile, you can move around. So
yeah,
I'd be pretty cool. Like incorporate some shit like that in EDM Elite 4. Pascal Rotella.
Bro.
Damn.
Who would the EDM Elite 4 be?
You gotta rack up all your EDM stars to get booked for Pascal and shit.
For real.
That'd be funny as fuck.
Oh, man.
I don't know, just throwing shit out there.
Yeah.
Fucking throwing shit on the wall. I don't even know that sticked. But we got Hexx in the building though.
Hey.
Yeah, we're live on Twitch.
Hey.
Spotlight, episode 112.
Hey,
thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me here. I'm excited.
Yeah, I was able to meet you for the first time at one of our low-end shows.
Yes. Yeah, I won a DJ competition for you. Yeah.
And just like the current mix that you sent to me, bangers.
Thank you.
And to kick off this podcast, I want to talk about EDM mixes and mixtapes. Because I recently just checked out Hexx's mix.
Oh, thank you.
Bangers.
My most recent one, that I put out like last week. Oh, hell yeah! Thank you.
Bangers, and then I kind of related to the first time I heard about you was when you submitted your mix. And I was like, oh, okay, bangers.
Yeah.
So I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? Because before I came to this conclusion, I really liked the mix. I was like, this is a good mix. But I asked myself, why do I like this mix? I was like, all right, the mix is cool. Like everything sounds cool, but what resulted was bangers.
Yeah.
And so this is the question I want to ask you guys in today's times. Like, what makes a great mixtape, like, for EDM? Because I feel like, for me, I've come across mixes, EDM mixes, where it's got bangers, but the transitions and the mixing is, like, it's not that appealing. But I've seen myself look the other way because of the bangers that come before and after.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm starting to feel like there's value like to the bangers that you throw in a mix that shadows a lot of the mistakes that happen like as a DJ. And for me, I feel like it's always been wholeheartedly bangers.
Yeah.
And I think like unreleased IDs and stuff like that too. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I might be missing a couple of things too. I mean, and I think the right amount of time too. Like, not too long, not too short.
Exactly. Yeah, I'd say like for me, what constitutes like a good mix is just like keeping the energy going the entire way through is like, obviously, yeah, taking breaks like here and there is always good, but like, you know, just and making sure that like it has like a story building aspect to it almost like, and like that it just makes sense like what you're playing and like what you're like displaying. And like obviously transitions are like huge. Like I think transitions can really make or break a mix. Like it really just depends on like, you know, if the transition's done correctly or not. And then I would say, yeah, IDs and like having stuff that people's have never heard before is always a plus, you know, like, you know, what is this? Like, oh, this is a new song I never heard. Yeah, exactly. Like that meme of like the people Shazamming in the club, like
in my bedroom, like
yeah,
this shit through a mix.
Yeah, that and also yeah, just like good mixing. Song selection is like almost like everything I'd say, other than like solid mixing. Like, and if you're like, I guess it depends what genre, but like if you're doing the dubstep route, like, you know, if you're double dropping and stuff, like, and, you know, doing things like that, like just making sure that everything like is mixed in key and that it like flows correctly, obviously. So
you know, I actually like that you brought that up because I now that I'm thinking back of all the mixes that I've heard, that's like techno, hardstyle, bass music. Not to say that there's like a certain standard of it, but like if you were to listen to a lot of tech house mixes, there's a certain mixing the style that's happening that you hear, and it's like a cultural thing like of mixing within that genre. So you probably won't hear a lot of double dropping in a tech house mix or in a techno mix, but you hear a lot of double dropping in a dubstep rhythm mix. And there's just certain different specific factors that come into play when you're listening to a specific genre of a mix. No doubt. Like not every factor applies to the same genre.
Exactly. Most definitely. Like I guess you can totally like be double dropping and other stuff, but a lot of the time it doesn't work, especially for like melodic stuff. Like it's like you got to be very specific with what you're like choosing to double drop. Like it's really easy for bass because like it's like, you know, just find something that like works with the flow, but like melodic stuff is definitely a lot harder to double drop and all that. I'd say. Yeah,
definitely. I think for a mix, like what I just want is personally like just I think mixes are a good place to throw in music that you wouldn't necessarily hear out like at a club or something like that. That's more of a place for you to get very creative with your track selection. And like sometimes like super heavy stuff is okay in a mix. Sometimes it's not outside, or sometimes very slow stuff is good in a mix rather than it is outside. And then also like just the curation of the mix, like if it all flows together. I think that
flow is like the biggest thing.
That's what makes like the best mix for me. Because then I'm gonna keep like if it all flows, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna keep going back to this mix because I like the type of trap or like rhythm it has. Like I just like that flow, so I'm gonna just keep going back to it. You know?
Most definitely. Yeah.
I think another thing is probably like length. I don't know if I'm gonna listen to like a super long mix. Maybe like honestly, I think the sweet spot for me like mixes is like 30 to like 40.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm gonna disagree. I think techno heads will love a 10-hour mix.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was watching,
but it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply to other genres.
You know what? No, I'm gonna fight back on that. I think they're gonna like a 10-hour DJ set. I don't know about a 10-hour mix.
I don't know. Okay, so I was watching like this one techno like mix on YouTube. It was just some random girl. She was mixing techno in Germany, obviously, right? And it had like 1 million streams, and I was like, holy shit, this is sick. And then the entire track list was posted, and it was 9 songs for the entire hour.
Fuck you, man.
I swear
techno tracks be
God,
like,
bro.
Holy shit.
Like in 1 hour, I pushed like 80 to 90 songs. Literally, like I cannot imagine just mixing for like an hour straight, just 9 tracks. Like my ADHD could not do that. Like I would need to like, I'm always like moving my hands on the mixer like fast, you know, like when for like the genre that I play, I guess, because I'm playing like at like a higher tempo. Not obviously not like D&B tempo, but like for rhythm, I play at like 147, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm mixing pretty fast, like, and I'm always double dropping, you know, just mixing all the time, transitioning quick as quickly as I can. But yeah, like I pushed like 80 songs, like, and the entire track list was 9 songs. I was in disbelief. Like it was crazy to me.
I don't know if I could do that.
It's such a wild concept.
But like, were they like making the songs live at least, or were they just pushing play?
It was a DJ set. Like, yeah, it was a DJ set.
For 9.
I mean, like they are mixing. It's just very slowly, like very slowly. You know, like
they're micro mixing.
Yeah, like, exactly.
They're like just really accurately like making sure.
We gotta ask ourselves this now: 9 songs, an hour. How long is each song?
It's got to be around 10 minutes each. Yeah,
minutes.
10 to 11 minutes.
Oh, actually, no, like 8. You said 9.
Wait, yeah, no, 8 minutes.
9 tracks, 60 minutes.
Mm-hmm. 8, yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at about like 8,
7, 8 minutes each. Yeah,
8 to 9. Maybe one has a little bit more.
Yeah.
Fuck it, encore.
And then they're mixing them in at the same time.
No, literally.
Hey, but I believe
just
that.
Super micro mixing, like, you know, for dubstep, it's just like mix it in, cut the low, like when you're double dropping, like, but like it's like very like colored, if like you can hear the EQ, but for them it's like very slow. It's like almost like okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
I remember someone checked me one time when I was going back to back with them because I come from like a bass music perspective of mixing, and that's a little bit more faster, like transitioning.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, hold on, let this track breathe." I was like, "I fuck it, we can listen to the second drop."
Yeah.
Because you know, usually with bass music, it's the first drop, and then
mix into something
and then
else.
we're already mixing in the next track. But this one, I was like understanding like their way of presenting music in their sets. Like they like to let the tracks
run out,
breathe out. And so I believe that techno set that was an hour long was only 9 minutes because they play from the beginning to the end. And that kind of shows you too that their appreciation for the track to play it like for that long. You know, it's like, nah, we're gonna listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, shout out to them, to be honest, because like you're demonstrating and showcasing all of that piece of the artist that like put time and effort into that shit. So honestly, I respect that way of mixing because it's giving more showcase, more time of the track that's being presented.
Most definitely. Also, I feel like it's just mixing bass music in general, like compared to like even mixing like melodic stuff or mixing like D&B, they're all like completely different art forms, like in the way that they present themselves, if that makes sense. Like with like the rhythm, obviously it's very like double drop chop, you know, and then like I feel like for techno it's obviously completely different, like, and they're completely different art forms, like in themselves, if that makes sense, in the way they present themselves.
Yeah, it all goes down even to like the way like the clothing, the fashion in these communities too. Like if you go to like these techno events, you see like the fashion that these people wear, like like it's very unique. And then when you go to hardstyle or you go to bass music, or you go to just like to the,
it's very different.
Very different.
Even with house, like I feel like house is very like Chad frat boy polo, like, you know, like let's wear a polo and hold a red solo cup with nothing under, like you know what I mean?
John Summit,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And bass music is like, I'm wearing all black and a crossbody bag and a beanie and I have a lot of piercings and tattoos and like, you know, it's all just very different. Like, and it's funny to see all the genres and how they have their own little personalities and stuff. It's fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why you get the memes. Yeah, all the memes we laugh. It's like, oh yeah, it's just true. Yeah, it's just true.
Yeah.
But Hexx, take us back to when you got all involved with DJing and EDM, because I mean, you got a lot going on. I'd like to talk about the Witches dubstep,
Witches project, yes.
everything that you've been doing, your branding. I'll let you to it. How you want to start that off?
So I started like really learning about EDM when Skrillex came. Like, obviously, I was in 6th grade listening to Bangarang, Scary Monsters, Nice Sprites. Like, I was listening to that shit all the time, and everyone thought I was such a freaking creep for it. Like, you know, like I was looked at so freakishly, like, especially in the area that I just grew up in. Like, I grew up in like I went to like school in like Calabasas. I don't know if you guys are like familiar with that. Yeah, so
I think it's only 101.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think of that shit. But.
Yeah. it's like 20 minutes from Zoe 101.
Sure.
Like where it was filmed actually. Yeah. Not far on the other side of the canyon.
Coast? I don't know.
It's like a
very nice area.
Yeah, I would say so. But I just was lucky enough to go to school there. I grew up in like a town like probably 10 minutes away, and it was just like a suburb neighborhood, like really chill. But yeah, I was listening to a lot of Skrillex. And I would just always listen to other artists, and then I found like Scream and Cokie and like all the old school stuff. And from there I turned old enough to go to raves. Obviously that type of dubstep has phased out to what dubstep is now very much, but yeah, and then I started really listening to the mainstream stuff. And then I kind of like was at a rave one day, and I was like looking at Dak Daniels, and Wednesday they were playing, and I was like, dang, I kind of want to do that. And then I learned to DJ, and the rest is history. That's like how I really got into bass music. And then like I just started raving, and yeah, and then I ended up being on the other side of the decks, and it's very fun. It's very fun. So yeah.
And when did the
Hexx project?
Yeah, when did the Hexx thing? Did that took you a while? Was there certain rebrands before that?
No, Hexx has been my first and only project. My baby, I guess. But I started it probably in August of 2021 after like a really low point in my life, actually. And DJing was kind of like the only thing that really took me out of that. And I like really started to fall in love with bass music. And from there, I just dedicated a lot of time to like learning production and learning how to DJ. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far. It's like, so we're coming up on 2 years, I'd say. It's been like a year and a half now. So coming up on like 2 years. Yeah.
And you just started recently your collective as well.
Yeah, the Witches project. Honestly, when I started it, it was like I was talking to my good friend Maya, and I don't know if you guys know Maya, but she's like insane. She's like super OG rhythm. Like she's a beast though.
Is that her like her artist name?
Yeah, it's Maya. Yeah.
Maya, okay.
Mm-hmm. And she and I were just talking because we're best friends, and she was like, I mentioned like, hey, I kind of like want to start like doing a guest mix series. Like I really want to do mixes and just like, but like I need some help with it. Like, do you want to do it with me? She's like, yeah, I'm so down. Like, and then we just started asking all of our friends in the scene to do mixes for us, and then people actually reached out to us, and they're like, is this a collective? Like, we want to join. And we were like, oh, okay, let's make it a thing. So we made it a thing. Yeah. And it's going to be cool. We have a lot of stuff planned, like a couple takeovers and like compilations, and a lot with the guest mixes with sorcery sessions. So yeah,
I saw that you even got people like Al Ross on board.
Yeah.
Like what's his role on there? Is he gonna be like A&R or
Alex? They just joined. They asked me to join the collective, so okay. I'm pretty sure they go by they them pronouns, correct?
I believe so.
I think. But yeah, they had just asked me, hey, like, what is this? I want to be a witch. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my next question, all right? Mm-hmm. Damn, okay. All right, I got this. Are you a witch?
Yeah.
Because when I see that you also have a certain look to you, like as Hexx, that you wear black, gray, like there's like this enchantment like spell that I feel, and like especially since you made a collective calling it the Witches Project.
Yeah, the witches. They're.
Like, do you like that? How do you say? Do you like that? That stuff like witchcraft and stuff like that.
Yes, I love it. I'm very in touch with my spirituality, I'd say. And just I'm very in tune with my consciousness and myself. So yeah, I do relate to witchcraft. I do like it.
do you even as to try to do certain rituals, like if you want to like produce like good luck to yourself or even bad luck to others, like have you ever like experimented with stuff like that?
Okay, I guess I'll tell the story, but like I've only ever done like one bad luck spell on someone. Like one, I've ever only hexed someone one time.
What? Just once.
Just once. That's once? Ever. Okay. Yeah, I try not to do it.
Through? Like the spell went through.
Dude, she crashed her car.
Oh shit!
I saw. She crashed her car.
Let me get that. How do I do that?
Oh my god!
Remind me to never piss you off.
No. Okay. Look, it was like I was a kid. I was super new into all that stuff. And I really didn't understand like the magnitude that like you sending intentions out into the universe has. Like, and I like, it fucked me up. It fucked my energy up. I was off for a few days. Like, it was not good. Like, but yeah, I felt really bad. I even apologized to her after. Like,
really?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, like, if it was because of what I did, to be honest, because, like, I don't know if she just, like, crashed her car and it happened, or if it was because I did it, but...
Coincidence. It's gotta be coincidence. Fuck that shit. Coincidence.
I have no idea. I am very much a woman of science, but I do know that, like, your spirituality and consciousness and energy is a very real thing. So...
Did you have to like kill a lizard or something?
No, never. No, never.
Hocus Pocus was one of your favorite movies for sure, right?
Hocus Pocus is tight.
I fuck with that shit too. I fuck with that shit.
The new one?
Oh no, I haven't. Yeah. I heard it was really bad, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spare myself the disappointment.
I have a little sister, so like I kind of had to watch it. You know?
Yeah.
And I was kind of excited and everything, and then. I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me that actually if I'm a witch because of the Witches Project. Really? But yeah, I don't know if anyone else in the Witches is a witch. I know that.
Can anyone be a witch, or like is it one of those things where like I was chosen, like you have to be selected type shit?
Anyone. It was made for like honestly, witchcraft was like made for empowerment. Like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the Salem witch trials and all that. Yeah, but like there was a lot of women who were being like literally killed and burned at the stake because they were believed to be witches. So it was like a safe space for women, and it's that's like kind of why I'm like anyone who's like identifies as anything can just be a witch, in my opinion. So it's interesting. I think that Al Ross, I think they told me that their mother was a witch and that they've always like related to witchcraft. Damn. So I don't know.
Yeah, because even when I was a little kid, they consider that brujeria. Like you're a bruja.
Yeah, but I don't like practice brujeria because it's a close practice. So like,
that's not the same as witchcraft, or because
it's a form of witchcraft, but it's like it's an exclusive one.
It's like bad witchcraft?
It's no, it's just like it's a cultural one. So like if you're not of like Spanish descent or you just it's not like really accepted for you to practice brujeria, if that makes sense.
I see.
Same with like voodoo and like all that.
Okay.
Yeah, those are closed practices. So
do you have like crystals and all that?
Yeah, lots. Yeah, I just.
You have some in your car?
None in my car right now. I think I just cleaned my car, so, but none in my car right now. But normally, yeah.
Like cleaned it, like pick up trash clean, or like.
Like I got like cleaned, like vacuum, detailed, took all everything out.
I thought you meant like the the cleansing.
Oh, like sage.
Yeah, sage shit. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You do the like whole like charging of them and whatnot.
Yeah. During the full moons, always.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the whole process of that?
I guess the moon is like a very spiritual thing. If you didn't know, like obviously the moon controls like tides and stuff. Yeah. So in the ocean and all that. And our bodies are made of, I believe, 73% water. So the moon has a lot of effect on us, like as humans. So I kind of just, the moon is like supposed to recharge your crystals and stuff.
No, but
and so just like cleanse it of any bad energy. Yeah. During the full moon is when you're supposed to. Yeah.
So do you just like put them outside or?
Yeah, like just like on a little tray. Okay. Or like I'll sometimes just leave them on my windowsill and just leave my blinds up at night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the moonlight's hitting them,
Got you.
Yeah. But,
that's cool. Because I heard people do it and whatnot. I'm not going to lie to you. I have a couple crystals myself.
Yeah.
But like, I've never done that whole process or anything.
Yeah. It's like good to like sleep with them under your pillow sometimes at night. So like they can absorb your energy first. And like, because it's like directly under you.
Do you ever do that? Do you ever have like your own personal sort of ritual before you like do gigs, or do you ever have to like do anything similar with that to recalibrate yourself before a performance?
Yes. Okay, I have like a whole like pre-ritual thing before I play.
Oh wow, all right.
But like, okay.
Only one.
So I just like keep telling myself I don't listen to dubstep like at all the day before it, like while I'm playing.
Okay.
I just won't listen to dubstep. I don't know if that's like I'm just like superstitious about that, or it's like, oh, like I just don't want to hear it right now, so I can focus on my own thing. But yeah, I won't listen to dubstep, and then I get to the show normally, and I have to wear a certain bracelet I have. And then I have to pretty much like tell myself like everything, like the checklist of just everything that I need to do, like, and like make sure like within the decks. And then I need a Red Bull. Like I will 100% drink a Red Bull every single time. Okay. Every single time. Yep. That's pretty much what I do before a show. But like every single time.
Does that specific bracelet have like a specific crystal or something on it?
Kind of. It's just one that my boyfriend gave me. So I kind of, it's just a good luck thing. Yeah. So
we had another DJ come out here that wears a necklace. I think it's like a Catan. I think that's the name of the crystal.
Oh, okay.
And he always wears it because I forgot what kind of energy he said.
Oh, yeah.
He always wears it. It's like a big symbol for like his brand now and everything.
Nice.
Too, so,
nice.
Like, you're not the only one that like. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
So like, I definitely believe in all that for sure. Like, I don't know. I've just met people that are really into that and that believe in energy, and like it's just like I don't know. People like exude it almost like. Yeah,
if you think about it, really, like, I mean, like, I don't know about you guys. I'm in college, so the first law of thermodynamics is that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It is only transferred. Exactly. Yeah. So, like, energy is very much transferable in between people. So, like, it has to be a thing. Yeah. Like it is a thing. Energy has been scientifically proven.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I don't know, people use the term vibe loosely, but I feel like when I say vibe, that's what I mean. Like energy, like, oh, like I like the energy that's going on.
Energy, vibration, yeah.
Facts.
You got a witch in the building, bro.
Bro, you know what I feel like right now? That one Scooby-Doo movie when like they go into like that one village and there's like these witches and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. And they like have that one song and they're talking about hexes and stuff.
Our one who gets that temple, she's gonna embarrass us.
No.
She did a positive hex spell that she can make all the bangers, dude.
No way.
Damn. Have you ever heard of Witch House?
Yeah. I have a lot
of
friends that play. Like my old roommate, her name is Cyberfly. I'm not sure if you guys know her, but she plays wave music in Witch House. So yes.
Yeah, because I feel like that's the only subgenre that I could connect to, like witch sounding sounds. I guess to say. I think my introduction to stuff like that was like Crystal Castles.
Crystal Castles is 100% a banger. They're always bangers, always.
And I don't know why it's considered witchcraft, but when you hear the vocals being processed like hella reverbish, where like the vocals are not necessarily like in your face, they're like same layered with like
it's
the
not like the
atmosphere.
main part of the song, and it has very much like hybrid reverb and like I picture a lot of Valhalla reverb.
It's like you can't really.
That's what's going through your
head. Yeah, sorry, producer Rain. Yeah,
and let's talk about production because with the which direction that you're going with, do you plan on incorporating a lot of like that witchcraft sounding like stuff to your production?
Honestly, yes. Always. But I do get a lot of inspiration from a bunch of other things. Like, a lot of inspiration comes from anime and like Japanese culture. Yeah. A lot of it comes from my own culture. So it's like, or just honestly anything like that's like, just inspiring to me. Like, I will use it to make music. So that's yeah. Like whether it's witchcraft or whether it's like anime, whether it's space music in itself or like anything really. Weed even inspires me sometimes. So
are you always are you the person to have to be like high to work in music? Like it makes you more creative?
No, not necessarily. Like but when I DJ, I don't smoke like at all before I play. Like I won't say like with producing sometimes it might help my creativity flow when I'm feeling really stuck. But I mostly just really try to like work in music sober, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, normally I just won't smoke. I'm scared I'm gonna like be too high and miss my cues or something and miss my transition or something. You know what I mean? Scary, spooky stuff. I have nightmares about missing cues and DJing. I swear to God. Yes.
That's what terrorizes you in your dreams.
Yes. Okay.
That's the kind of paranoia you want as a DJ, I feel.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like if you're not like a little like on edge, like there's something wrong, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I get so scared before I play. Like I have one show coming up and I'm just like...
Oh, where are you playing at?
I'm playing at DNA Lounge for Layz.
Oh, in San Fran.
Yeah.
All
so,
right. Is that with Wasted?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So I'm playing direct support for Resurrect, I think. So, and he's playing right before Layz. I don't know who's playing under, to be honest, yet. But, yeah, I've just been like, nervous. Because, like, that's going to... It already has, like, a good amount of tickets sold. So I'm like...
Honestly, I'm glad that they have someone like you on that lineup, especially as a woman.
I hope so.
Because there's a lot of talks, right, about our industry where, especially when we hear a lot of our... female artists and DJs that talk about like not that much opportunity for them because it's much more of a very dominant male industry for this. I think it's real cool to see that balance of that lineup, especially for Layz, that they're having you support. And I don't know who the other supporting artists are, but
I'm not sure yet.
It's really cool to see that.
Yeah. It just made sense, because I'm pretty sure she's Persian. I'm Persian. She's in dubstep. I'm in dubstep. Like, and it makes sense.
That's
like,
cool.
And I've looked up to her for a really long time, so it's definitely going to be really, really dope. And I haven't played DNA main stage yet, but I did play in the side room Because for some reason the main stage was closed, so I was playing for Zabor, but they had him in the side room for some reason. So it was still lit though. So yeah, but it was tight. So I'm excited to play the main stage. It's gonna be fun. But.
What's some advice or tips that you could share for an upcoming female artist DJ that wants to play these support slots in an industry where it's definitely male driven? And I'm pretty sure you've gotten your fair criticism as a
100%,
woman, and I think that you sit in a really unique position, and I obviously would like to hear your opinion on especially how us as men can like help out too, like with, and like advice, you know, for the upcoming DJs that want to be doing this type of gigs and all that stuff.
I think in general, I don't know how it is in house. I don't know how it is in techno or any other genre, hardstyle even. I'm not sure, but I know in dubstep there are a lot of incels. There are a lot of incels, and they will tell you that you're only getting slots because you're pretty and you're not talented and you can't mix and this song is trash and blah, blah, blah. And your stuff isn't good. Like, I have like a group chat on Twitter just of like a bunch of females like in the EDM industry. Like, so we have like a bunch of like notable artists in there too. And the amount of hate that people have gotten, it's just wild just for being a female. Like,
it's like a group for people to share their stories of like confrontations and experiences with like others.
I guess it's more just a networking group chat for like women to meet women, but like sometimes like we'll be like, dude, this person's like hating on me, like what the hell, like, so like I've just seen some crazy stuff, and like I've also experienced crazy stuff. Like people have told me like, you can't mix, or she pre-records her stuff and her mixes aren't actually as good as they are. And it's like, whoa, like you just can't let it get to you. Like, to be honest, like even if they say anything about your DJing or your appearance or whatever people want to say, you just kind of have to do your own thing. Just know that like there is a safe space like for women, like, and there are like safe communities in EDM for women. Like, you just have to know where to look, you know? So don't be discouraged if like some dude tells you like, oh, I don't like this. You know, it's like, okay. Like, oh, it's because you're a girl. Okay. So like, I guarantee, like I had someone tell me the other day, like about an older mix or something. Like they commented on it and they were like, on my SoundCloud actually. And they were like, oh, this isn't like, can someone tell her that this like transition or whatever, like, or this track isn't loud enough, or it's not good. Like, don't rip your whatever. And like, I'm like, dude, like, I promise you I can outmix you. Like, I promise you I can outmix you. Like, you don't want to take me there. Like, it's so, yeah, you just can't let it get to you. You just gotta do your own thing and focus on getting, like, progressing in whatever that you're trying to progress in. So yeah, that's my biggest advice, really.
There's definitely always going to be haters out there, no matter what you're doing.
Unfortunately,
no matter who you are, they're going to point something out.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, like, but I'm doing it. Like,
and like, you kind of like with any big producer who's female, like, they'll like, even for example, like Level Up, people are like, oh, Subtronics produces her music. Like, no, he doesn't. Like, she has tutorials online. She knows exactly what she's talking about. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they live in the same household. Like, obviously, they're going to help each other if they need help. Like, but, like, she knows what she's doing. Like, you can't just, like, people are always going to say something. Like, so, right. I mean, obviously, yeah, there are women who have ghost producers in the scene and whatever, and
there's a lot of males that have ghost producers.
Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, I guess that gets a bad rap or whatever, but it's like, no, like, don't stop. You know, just don't hate on women for like shit you're insecure about, I guess. Like, you know.
And like, dudes get booked because they're pretty too. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, it's not a one-way thing.
Exactly,
like,
that's so true.
I don't understand. Like, that's and such like based on
literally based on like Instagram followers and like whatever. It's like, bro, I've heard like people who have like mad Instagram followers who cannot DJ for shit, who are playing like direct support for people, and it's like.
Yeah, that happened.
You know, I was at an event the other day. Someone was like, "Hey, you need to book this guy. He has 2 million on Instagram." I'm like, First of all, I'm not too sure if these 2 million followers
Are bots.
are local
Yeah.
enough to come out and see this person.
Yeah.
And first off, I don't even know where this 2 million is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
This person might just happen to just start DJing, and he just happens to have the 2 million already.
Yeah.
You know, there's just things that like people think that you have like this sort of you know, they think that you are gonna book them because of that's how they would book them because of like the cloud or whatever. But a lot of times, like, nah, dude, like we'll do the research and like all that shit. Like, honestly, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
followers really like. I guess like yeah, it helps if you have like a bigger reach to a bigger audience to like advertise because I feel like at the end of the day, like, it's sad, but like these days, talent can only get you so far. Like it matters if you can sell tickets, if you can sell out a club or not, you know. So it's like yeah, you kind of just have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, and not by followers.
Yeah, not not by followers, but you'd be surprised. Like everyone in the game buys followers. I feel like
I think there's some sort of flexibility of you like getting yourself a little extra because I think people can mask that shit. If you're like if you're like proof in the digital space that you're playing these big tours and shit, I believe there's some sort of pattern that you can see that's organic. And then if you understand your organic pattern to that, I think there's definitely ways to shadow, like, if you want to add in some extra followers. I could believe that. I think it's definitely noticeable, though, if it's, like, a local DJ that's just bought, like, an Instagram page that already had 10K. And it's like, oh, yeah, like, I got 10K. Like, I should be doing direct support. It's like, nah, bro. Like, you literally just bought this page that had 10K.
Exactly.
Okay, and you have a page with 10K? What's up?
Honestly, though, I heard it doing that just, like, fucks up your algorithm. Like you will get you'll get shadow banned and you'll have no interaction on your content. So it's like I guess the only logical time that it makes sense to do that is if you're like right about to blow up. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're right at the peak and it's like
you just need this little
you just need like a little boost. I guess
need the K on your following.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there. You just need the K.
If you need like if you're at like 9K and you're like, oh fuck, I just want the K there, you know.
Because once you hit the 4 zeros or the 5 digits, that K looks a little nice, huh?
Yeah,
looks a little nicer.
I guess for an artist, social media is a very useful tool. So. It definitely helps with bookings, most definitely. Like having a presentable social media. That's something I struggle with social media, like a lot. Like I feel like I'm so bad at posting. I've been better.
I feel like that's everyone's crutch right now.
Yeah. I just don't want to like just spam flyers all the time, you know, and then like I don't know. I just don't post enough. See, that's my issue.
And like this is what like. As you said earlier, talent will only get you so far. I think talent in just one area will only get you so far. I think you gotta take whatever makes you talented in one area and put it in another aspect of what you do, and also get like talented at that. Because like I think the things that separate a lot of people is like people are good at making their music and then learning how to present their music. Like that's what separates.
Most certainly, yeah. It's like. There's so many producers I know who are so talented, yet so underground. Like, because they're just, you know, not the best DJ, or they just like don't take shows. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of artists that like I know that will produce a lot, but they do not play shows. Like in bass music, like you guys know Akios? Yeah, she does not play shows.
Just because she doesn't want to do it?
Yeah, she just won't.
Huh? Well, I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, like, for her, like, getting shows is not... doesn't result, I guess, for her, like, happiness, like, in that sector.
Yeah.
I hear a lot about artists that make music, but they're not necessarily trying to get famous off of it. Like, it's just good enough that maybe they're able to just put it out in public, and whether it's, like, giving them back, like, good financial income, you know, there are artists like that they don't want to do the whole like show.
Yeah, some just don't want to be in the limelight. Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to just push out music and
live their day to day.
Exactly.
Yeah. If that's
I mean, if I could
to each their own. Yeah.
If I could make an income where like I'm chilling just off of making it and releasing it, and don't have to do shows.
Yeah.
I don't see like why I'd want to do shows, honestly. Like,
or at least like on a consistent level, like maybe once or two. Like, okay, yeah, like maybe I'll do a tour or like a little quick tour.
Mm-hmm.
But there's.
I'd bust a Skrillex where I'd just be popping out at random places.
Random places.
Like I said,
yeah.
I like to be in that position. But remember when the pandemic came through, and there's a lot of music artists that a lot of their income was coming from touring.
Yeah.
And they realized that the streams was not like self-sufficient. So a lot of these people went back to their 9-to-5 jobs or like they found something else to get that income. And so I like to be in the position. Personally, I that's one of my goals as a music artist financially is to be in a position where, at least like when it comes to my music, the streams is like providing me a great safety net to be able to do whatever I like to do. Where I don't have to always take a show offer because it's the majority of my living income. That's like one of my goals as a music artist for sure. It's
Most definitely.
It's like whatever that I'm making, it's also even giving me the financial.
Stability,
backing of it.
Yeah.
I'm not to say though show like playing shows is great too, but honestly, and you think you hear about the stories too of artists touring and like how much of that is like takes away like late nights, not having so much sleep. Like I can see myself like rather taking less shows and knowing that like I'm like good financially like because of my music streams versus having to take 100 shows because I have to because this is what's gonna keep me under the roof with a bed or whatnot like paying the bills. So
yeah, I'm definitely a homebody, so like taking shows is it's like I get socially anxious, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like in like very like intense crowd settings, like I feel like I'll get overwhelmed or overstimulated.
It's amplified too.
Exactly.
You're a performer,
Yeah.
Like if you were just going out there just to be out there, it'd be a little bit different. But the fact that you're going out there for everyone, just to be
the center of attention for that hour. It's like definitely it's cool. Like there's no rush like DJing, most definitely, especially when it's just like that crowd energy is insane and like you're just reciprocating and the energy is just amazing. Like there's no feeling like that, but like it gets tiring like being around so many people, like your energy gets drained, so it's like
it gets drained.
So you just gotta like I like to recharge a lot.
And then add when going out, it's a lot of energy, and then add playing a show on top of that. It's
a lot. It drains me for sure. Yeah,
I feel like the before nerves are really bad. Like before actually playing.
Yep, and it's just packed out there, and you're like, oh god.
And then once you start like a couple transitions in, you're just like, let me just play music now.
Yeah, you just gotta get past like the first like 2 minutes, I feel like, and like the first 2 transitions, and you're good. You're golden. You're locked in.
Once I'm like, all right, I got this. Let's
I just hyper focus for the hour.
I'm usually hella good at that up until someone comes up to me and says, "You ready?" I'm like, bro, you broke my freaking train of like confidence. Why you have to tell me if I'm ready? I was ready. Now you're like, now I'm double guessing if I'm ready. God damn it, bro. I was ready. I was ready until you asked me that question.
Ooh, I have a question for you guys. So, what's your favorite show that you've ever played?
That is a good question. This might take me maybe 20 seconds because I have like 3 I could think of. Do you have any on top of your head? No?
Dang.
Okay. Yeah, I have it off the bat. Yeah. The Dr. Uzi show last year.
Right.
At the rooftop.
Oh.
That show was fun as fuck. That was like probably one of my
Is that the one I played as well?
I think you had to play the Automate one.
No, I played Dr. Uzi. Yeah.
Oh shit, I get the 2 mixed up because they were
they were like near each other. Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Uzi. Yeah. So that was your favorite show?
Dr. Uzi.
Yeah, I want to say the rooftop was just a vibe.
It was a vibe. Yeah.
Like,
I played main stage, but the rooftop was a vibe for most definitely.
That shit was fun.
That shit was really fun.
I had a bunch of homies pull up too, so like it was just cool seeing everyone vibe out.
Yeah.
And like that, I don't know. Honestly, that rooftop area was.
It's just so fun.
Exactly. I just like being there in general. The fact that I was able to play like dubstep and trap and shit, I was vibing.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What about you?
So I have If I had to choose, for sure, I'm gonna choose the
Automate or no?
Believe it or not, no.
Okay.
Although that was a good show,
Mm-hmm.
the two that come into mind, and the one that I'm gonna choose is gonna be the drive-in rave that happened during that pandemic year, and also support for Virtual Riot.
Oh, sheesh.
Gone was playing too. The Hot Brothers. Then I played. I think it was a real cool experience because it was like one of the biggest shows that I've done.
Nice.
Especially like in Southern California. And it was not just like any ordinary event too, because it was during pandemic and it was a drive-in setup. Yeah. And it was a sold out event too. Yeah. And I was cool to be a part of that with this lineup.
Did you play doors?
It was outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was outside at a park.
That's so cool. Oh, it was a drive-in rave?
Yeah,
the drive-in rave.
Oh,
so
wow.
imagine like
okay, yeah.
That's how it was.
Yeah, I went to a few of those. That's so fun.
How many cars was it? Like 60, 100?
Like probably like maybe 100.
Oh my god, yeah, Virtual Riot, dude. That
was one of my biggest shows, and I was able to meet Virtual Riot, Eliminate, Gom.
Yes, I think my boyfriend sold his CDJs to Virtual Riot, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang,
How funny.
Right. Kevin owned CDJs too? Like he
he just like had them as an investment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right,
but
it's a pretty good investment nowadays for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. Like renting out decks is like good income from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favorite shows, for sure. Like I was able to be a part of that lineup. Different. It was a drive-in rave.
Nice.
I really liked about it too is that they were able to provide like sound that I was like satisfied with. I was able to play what I wanted, and it seemed like everyone was like all in for it. Like I really liked the energy.
Hell yeah.
That they gave me.
Nice.
The other one that I would say that's after would be Lost Lands 2018.
You played?
Yeah.
You played Lost Lands?
It was the late night sound camps for M&G Takeover.
That's still sick. Like there was the camp? Like
it was the late night sound camps.
That's so fun.
Yeah, so I was at M&G. I had done a release with them a year before, and they were just checking up on me, and it was like a last minute booking because they didn't even. I guess it was like a process where it was them and another collective that was going to do the takeover. They ended up winning the. I guess you would say like I wasn't sure if it was a bid, but yeah, like they won the spot to host like a takeover at one of the late night sound camps, and they were curating the lineup, and they had people like Taboo. They had KJ Saka.
That's awesome.
They had invited me out to play.
That's awesome.
Hella last minute, like the week before. So it was all very last minute, not really planned, like in a long time.
But you full send.
It was real cool.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that's gonna be my second, because a lot of people would be like, "Damn, you're not gonna put that first?" Because I know some people would be like, "Damn, like Lost Lands, like I would consider that bigger than than like the driving rave you did with Virtual Riot and Eliminate." Yeah. But the reason I put it second is because, like personally for me, when I started playing, versus when I played the driving rave, there was a lot more people with the driving rave versus when I played at Lost Lands, because I had played the same hour as Excision.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, it
was like the second hour of the late night sound camps, and it was the ending hour at Lost Lands because they're two separate areas.
Got it.
So I was pretty much I had like a few people that were there to see me, which was like in Ohio. I don't know, like there were some people that were out there from my like area too, like 5-10 people, and then people like walking to like
see Excision.
Excision or walking because there was 4 other sound camps.
Yeah.
So there are people. That was just like my set experience at Lost Lands, and I'm not to say I hella enjoyed it because it was like the sound system was PK sound.
Nice.
My visuals were showing up like there. The treatment I got from M&G, Vince, Nick, everybody, like all sick ass fam. They invited me out like later a few years to play Canada.
Hell yeah. That's sick.
But yeah, honestly, I think the drive-in rave with Virtual Riot Eliminate 2020. It was like Halloween. It was actually the day of Halloween.
Hell yeah.
Day of Halloween. Awesome. And I mean, yeah, this is just a lot more other shows that I did. My favorite, but I think the Drive-In Rave so far has been my favorite. And then, what about yours?
Mine? Okay, I played for a sold out Circle OC for Monks. That was...
And he showed up.
He showed up.
Hell yeah.
He was there.
Let's do it.
It was like one of the last times he showed up, though.
Damn,
so I got lucky, like a rare Pokemon card. I get to put that on my EPK, like shiny, like
because Monk's appearing, that's like a 0.003%.
Yeah,
of
super.
Yeah,
he's like a shiny Pokemon. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so you had to,
Yeah, I got super lucky, but I played I think 10 to 11 o'clock slot, and by the time I stepped off stage, there was like 800 people in the building, so it was fucking balls to walls, and I just played a really good set, and I went back to back with my old roommate Cyberfly, and it was just a blast. I'd say that one. I also played in Sacramento. It was a local lineup, but like for some reason it pulled like 150 heads, and it was like sick. I don't know why. It was just really fun. Like the lineup from start to finish was like really, really good, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd say those two. And then Eptic was fun. I played for Eptic in Texas, so that was cool.
All right.
Yeah.
How's the Texas scene?
Depends what part of Texas. Like, cause Texas is huge, you know. Like, I played in El Paso, so it was
very big in dubstep in El Paso.
No, they're more on like house music over there, most definitely. Yeah.
Where's the bass scene in Texas?
Dallas.
Okay.
Dallas is a huge bass scene, I'd say. Dallas and like Houston.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I'm actually going to Dallas this week. Yeah, because I'm visiting Maya. So my friend Maya.
All right, cool.
It's her birthday, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just book a flight real quick. So that's gonna be fun. I've never been.
Texas trip, Robert.
We definitely did.
Yeah, the base capital, or actually the base capital is definitely Denver. Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, I'd be down to go to Denver too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever got to play out in Denver?
No, I haven't, but something's in the works. So.
I mean, I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, hopefully it will. Yeah, something's in the works. Hopefully for May. So.
I mean, keep it up. Keep it up with what you're doing with your project, especially with the Witches project.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I'm sure the opportunities will present yourself.
Most definitely. I have my production has gotten a lot better. So I finally I'm starting.
Switched over to Ableton.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just play. I don't know. You use Ableton?
Yeah, I use Ableton.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Ableton gang. We were talking about it. I used Reason actually for sound design.
Oh, what, for real?
Yeah.
Well, what is it that about Reason you use sound design for that Ableton's not able to
I just really like the grind table synthesizers within Reason. The racks are just really good.
Okay.
I really like the distortion racks and stuff. There's a bunch of really cool and unique routing that you can do with your sound. You can flip the soundboard and then route things differently, so it can make different effects and stuff and really give you that what the fuck sound. I think the biggest person I really look up to when it comes to Reason production is Casey Dubs. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but she's also in Witches.
Okay.
But she is just a beast. She's been producing on Reason for 9 years. She is insane. If you haven't checked her out and you like OG rhythm, Casey Dubs is the way to go, most definitely. So yeah, so definitely her type of vibe, Infect type of vibe. I use Reason racks for sound design.
Is that your favorite part of production, is making the sound design of the basses?
Yeah, I think so. Also just getting creative with just production in general, whether it's using pop culture stuff or anime or witches related things, and really just building and finding that fine-tuned sound design into what you like within your mid basses is probably my favorite stuff. Making your own samples is also really fun too. Yeah, but do you guys use Serum or what do you use?
Yeah, mostly use Serum.
Serum, nice. I use Serum for when I make techno. Yeah, for some reason I make techno sometimes. I don't know why.
I mean, there are those sessions where you make a certain genre that you're not really. Yeah. You don't really do. Yeah, I mean, Serum seems to be the generator that I use a lot for the synths.
Yeah.
There's certain things like pads where I'll go to Harmor or Harmless.
Yeah.
Within FL Studio.
Nice.
And they have real nice pads there that I like working with and Reese's and Serum when it comes to like the crazy bass synthesized. Like I don't spend a lot of time like really trying to generate like basses from scratch. Like I'm really that kind of producer that I rather just like go get like a sample pack of bass samples or get presets and just really tweak it if I need to. If I like how the sound's generated.
Yeah,
because you know there are those producers that they definitely make their synths from scratch. Like and like that's honestly really respectable because that's a lot of the time and effort going into creating your own basses. But I'm the producer where like I just like go from preset to preset, say what I like, and if there's something that I want to like incorporate, then the tweaking will be will be done, and I'll really just go through Serum with that kind of stuff when it comes to the crazy bass. Yeah. When it comes to the drop specifically, because when it comes to the melodies and pads, I've been starting to use like Solenth for like melodies and certain leads. And when it comes to like the bass synths, I see myself in Serum a lot because of the preset packs that I have.
Nice. I really like Vital as well.
Vital's another one.
Yeah,
too.
I like producing in Vital. Like that one's sound designing there is really fun. It's like very clean, the layout, so it's a lot easier for my brain. Like Reason is very all over the place. Like it takes a little bit of time to adjust to it, most definitely. Like,
all right.
Yeah, like you can't fully see your oscillators and stuff, and it's like very different. Yeah, so
it's like a legit rack, right?
Yeah, you can't see your LFOs really. You can't see anything. Yeah. It's a legitimate rack. Yeah.
How do you like Vital? Because that's like the next VST I'm definitely about to like dive into. Yeah, everyone's. Telling me that I've been seeing a bunch of tutorials of everyone using it and how they've been using it. It looks so simple. Like not simple. I don't want to say simple, but like a very user friendly version of Serum. I want to say
most definitely. Vital is very very like user friendly. I'd say. You can make really cool stuff in there. I like. In fact, he has a lot of tutorials about Vital. So I like watching a lot of his stuff to reference too.
And when you open it, automatically it's like 4 oscillators.
Yeah, yeah. I like